Hey there, I'm kind of doing a last minute gardening project here on a Sunday, and I just wanted to show you guys these bags before I filled them up with soil. I'm in the process of doing a big lawn renovation or garden renovation here in the backyard, and I don't have my bed set up yet. I've been so busy at the nursery, I haven't had a chance to do that. So I decided today to run over to work and grab some, they're called Low Boys, and they are made by Bloem or Bloems. I'll show you here in a second. But I'm just gonna fill them up with some planting mix from Kellogg Gardener and Bloom and get my spring veggies planted so I don't miss the window. Tomorrow's the 1st of April and the warm weather's here. And dang it, I want my greens, and my greens won't grow if I don't have some place to plant them. So I'm just gonna flip this around really quick to show you. So these are the Bloem bags, and this is called the Low Boy. I really like them. It's 7.9 inches high, 30 by 30. In the other direction. So you've got about a 20-gallon bag there. And today I just used the Gardener and Bloom planting mix. Here I've got some unopened bags over here. And these guys are about a 2 cubic foot bag. And it doesn't quite fill it up, but it's close. And I could probably top it off with just a little bit more soil. But what I'm gonna do is take all these veggies that I just got and pot them up, because these are all fast growers. We've got peas, kale, I've got some shallots, I've got a cauliflower, it's a little bit slower, but just some good greens. I need my greens for the springtime, and since we're in a new house, it's kind of taken us some time to get everything set up. I'm gonna plant some onions, I'm gonna use some Dr. Earth Life fertilizer to fertilize things a bit, but I'm just gonna set these guys up, just super simple. I love the fact that they have handles on them. My husband and I just moved these 2 bags over from our old house. That one's got strawberries that are starting to come back to life. This one has some herbs. So I'm gonna fill these up, plant them, and I'll show you what I got here in a second. So while we're at it, let's talk a little bit about when you buy onions when they are in this state. There's a couple different ways to buy onions. You can either get them in these type of onion sets where you've got like little miniature bulbs. They're kind of hard to come by. There's only one company in Idaho that legally sells them because there is restrictions on allium sales. So that's one way. Now you can also buy onions that have been started from seed in Idaho in these types of pots. I call these little guys rat tails, and that's kind of what they look like to me. And so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna separate them, all the little onion pieces apart, and so I can have the little rat tails individually and I can plant them. So let me see if I can do this one-handed. Here's a little rat tail. And then I'm just going to take him and just press into the soil and gather it around. And there's my little shallot. So this guy's a shallot. This is a conserver shallot. And I'm gonna put this in the middle of this particular temporary bed, or short-term bed, I should say. I'm gonna give them about, I don't know, a couple inches apart. I don't mind them growing kind of close. The soil is really soft, so it's not going to hurt it. And then around the edges I'm going to do peas, and I'll come back and show you the peas here in just a minute. Okay, here we are. It's the final quickie. This was my 15-minute gardening project. I brought home these Bloem bags, the Low Boys. I set up this teepee trellis, bamboo teepee trellis in the middle. I threw down some shallots because they're going to kind of mature a little bit quicker than probably the peas. Hopefully I don't shade them out too soon, but didn't want to waste that space on the inside. And then I'm doing some Champion of England shelling peas all around the teepee trellis. And I'm doing this as kind of a quickie deal because TikTok on spring. And I'm afraid that by the time I get my actual bed set up, it's going to be hot season. I'm going to want to plant my tomatoes and stuff. So this is how I'm getting some of my goodies in before it gets hot. I put a little bit of the Dr. Earth Life into each of these containers along with the Gardener and Bloom planting mix. And I used this last year when we were in a rental, and I needed some quick beds also that I didn't want to have a lot of commitment into, and they worked out really nice. I'm gonna probably plant some carrots in there, strawberries here, and I've got a bunch of like mint and stuff that's coming back to life in this bag from last year. And then these are my 2 new bags that we're gonna do. So I'll keep you guys updated on how they look in a little bit. In here is I've got some of the dazzling blue kale from High Mowing. It looks like a red Russian kale right there. a white Russian kale, some American spinach, a graffiti cauliflower, and a cheddar cauliflower. Now those cauliflower are a little bit too close together. They're gonna crowd each other out, but this soil is gonna be so rich that I think they can handle it nutrient-wise. They're just gonna be kind of nestled up to each other. So not ideal, but we're gonna make it work. All right, talk to you later.